Mr. Beasley, can you introduce the young lady that we have here today and give me a little overview of what's going on this week?
Well, this is Mabel Ivory from New York City. I met Mabel last November in São Paulo, Brazil, and she was just so on fire for change in Brazil until we just kind of struck it off right off, because I'm very much on fire for justice in Brazil and across the world. And so we've been doing some things together, been in much contact. And tomorrow we will be going, I keep saying Friday at 1 o'clock, we will be going to Coca-Cola to meet with Alex Cummings, who is the Chief Administrative Officer for Coca-Cola Worldwide, and with Lisa Borders, who is the new head of the Coca-Cola Foundation. And I just had a meeting with Commissioner John Eves, who's also doing some work in Brazil, and he volunteered to go to kind of give his testimony to Coca-Cola and urge them to do the right thing in Brazil and support their most loyal consumers, African descendants.
Well, what's going on with Coke in Brazil? What's the issue?
Well, that's pretty much what's not going on, quite frankly. I've been dealing with Coke now for over 10 years in Brazil, in Brazil, also here in Atlanta, saying to them, in 2010, reciprocity, or 2013, I'm sorry, reciprocity is the name of the game, which means if I help you, then it's only fair that you'll help me. And so we're trying to get Coke to do the right thing voluntarily. But we're prepared to do whatever is necessary to get Coke's attention, to pay attention to the 100 million Africans living in Brazil that is drinking their product to the tune of 53% of all Coca-Cola that's consumed in Brazil are consumed by African descendants. Yet they cannot get jobs on par with other Brazilians. Matter of fact, I don't think there's anybody in executive suite that's African descendants in Brazil. Unacceptable.
And what time on Friday?
We will be going at 1 o'clock for the meeting. We are scheduled to meet for an hour, and then we will, at the end of the meeting, we'll hold a news conference in front of the Coca-Cola headquarters on North Avenue. We're inviting Mr. Cummings and Mrs. Borders to join us at the news conference, and hopefully to provide the people of Brazil and the people of the world some good news that Coca-Cola, who's got about a $7.6 billion investment in Brazil running through 2016.
I want to thank you, sir. Anything you'd like to add?
It's very important that we, in honor of the 50th anniversary of the March on Washington and I Have a Dream speech, the 50th anniversary of the founding of the African Union, and the 150th anniversary of the Emancipation Proclamation freeing the slaves, that we rise up and help our brothers and sisters of the Middle Passage in Brazil, together with our Afro-Brazilians in the African American community. We make up 70% of the diaspora. That's our family, that's our blood, that because they speak Portuguese, we have been unable to connect and communicate. But now is our moment to make it right. And Coca-Cola is an American corporation. It is a crime that the one black college in all of Latin America, in São Paulo, that Mr. Beasley helped to found, Coca-Cola only gives $12,000 US dollars to that college, and the $12,000 is to promote its brand, is not to go to educational programs. Meanwhile, in the United States, Coca-Cola gives millions to HBCUs, and in Latin America, the only one in all of Latin America only gives $12,500 for branding. So these are the things we want Coca-Cola to be consistent. We want them to be fair. We want them to be socially responsible, and we want them to carry out the way they do business here in America, everywhere else in the world. And we have to be the bearers of this fight for our brothers and sisters in Brazil. They are looking to us to stand up because they don't have a voice. So we have to be that voice.
And you know, I'm at the age now where I would rather not fight, but I'm still ready, willing, and able. And but I would like to have a new beginning of Coca-Cola in Brazil, starting on Friday and beyond. I would reap great dividend, not only for the Coca-Cola company, but for the people of Brazil. And you feel good about being fair. And the only thing we're asking Coca-Cola is to be fair. We don't ask them for a handout. We want to hand up is what the Brazilians need.
And on that note, we'll see you Friday at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
In front of Coca-Cola. The address is North Avenue?
Yes, that's at 1 Coca Cola Plaza.
1 Coca Cola Plaza, yes.
And that's just up the street from Georgia Tech. And hopefully that you, as hearing and seeing us, would join us there. It's a just cause. And I think the more people that come out to be supportive, the better result we'll get.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brother.
Thank you.